Welcome back. It's time to open the door, and it's time to find out who's the next turd who's got in their eyes.
Thank you, Matthew. And tonight, it's Roxanne Pallett.
Hi, I'm Roxanne Pallett. You probably know me best from Emmerdale. I joined as this kind of sexy siren that nobody liked in the village, and then throughout the years she became more real and more broken. I loved every second. Oh, you're having a laugh, aren't you?
Recently, Roxanne Pallett's been accused of exaggerating her injuries after a car accident.
I lost consciousness and I remember waking up. I couldn't feel my legs. There was an aching all up my back, through my spine and my neck, shooting pains down my wrists. My head felt like a jigsaw that had been rattled in the box. I don't think people realise that when you're in the public eye, you're still human. So when I looked online and saw the abuse from people that mocked my injuries, that hurt more so than some of the physical injuries. I've healed, I'm back on the air on my radio show, and I'm engaged. I hope I bring a bit of sparkle and light to the house. I'm not going to put on an act, so I can't promise that I'm going to be in high spirits if something kicks off. My friends have told me to try and hold it together. They said, Rox, just don't unravel, because they've all seen me unravel. And when I unravel, well, you'll see.
Oh, you'll see.
And unravel she most certainly did.
I didn't touch you.
What happened?
I did her, not you.
Very early on, Roxanne Pallett fell into the pool.
I didn't touch you.
What happened?
I did her, not you.
Hardeep makes it instantly clear that he didn't touch her, and indeed he didn't.
What?
Some say this was a foreshadowing of what was to come.
You didn't hit that fountain thing, did you? Oh, good, it's not even in there. Are you all right?
What happened?
Oh my God!
You didn't.
How did you just?
I thought you jumped.
I'm so glad the fountain thing isn't there.
Was Hardeep intended as her first target?
I've got a clean
If so, this was her second.
Ow! Woman beater.
Go on, what?
Bloody hurt.
Before I watched this episode, I'd heard there was an incident between Ryan and Roxanne. But after seeing this, I didn't think that this was the incident.
I was going to ask if you want your washing on, but I might shrink him instead. I might shrink them. Oh, he's been beaten up by Corrie's Jason Grimshaw.
Even at this point, I still didn't think I'd seen the incident I was waiting for. But then she said this.
Big brother, can you call me to the diary room, please? Seriously.
The fact that she whispered into her microphone to be summoned to the diary room instead of walking to it is also very interesting. This would of course make it look to the other housemates like she had no choice but to go to the diary room as she'd been summoned.
So young.
This is Big Brother. Would Roxanne come to the diary room?
What would happen next would shock everyone. She basically accuses Ryan of a physical assault.
Production about something that's just happened that's made me feel really uncomfortable.
Ryan, Big Brother is issuing you with a formal warning in regards to physical contact in the house.
No, it wasn't play fighting.
Show me here what he did. Oh, no!
Because none of the housemates had seen the footage, they had to rely on Roxanne's exaggerated version and started to turn against Ryan.
After reviewing the footage and having spoken to Ryan, we can reassure you that you are safe. Roxanne, would you be happy to proceed to the spare bedroom now?
Trust me. I would never, ever, 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 ever do anything like that. What's he doing to me?
It's like he's trying to manipulate them and thinking that I'm making this up.
Ryan, you're a really good man.
Dan, it's perhaps worth thinking about why Ryan has not been removed from the house.
Okay. So she's playing up to you.
She said, I'm scared to be in the room.
Oh my God, man, I can't even, honestly, man. Guys, if it was you, you'd be heartbroken. Nothing, I've done nothing.
You're accusing him of doing, intentionally coming up and punching you in the ribs, is a career-stopping thing.
The tide starts to turn and the housemates start to doubt Roxanne's story.
We have to go in now, Ryan. Come on, we've got to go in.
Let's listen.
They'll cheer. Shit.
Listen to me. It's not, don't be silly. They all know.
Finally, the reaction of the crowd confirms to everyone who was telling the truth. From this point on, Roxanne Pallett had nowhere else to go.
I heard chants outside saying, "Get Roxy out." And the majority of this house don't want to sit near me. I can't be here anymore. I want to go home.
Are you saying you want to leave the house, Roxanne?
Yes, I need to be around normal people. I'm going home. I need out.
Game over.
Yeah, she's apologised because she was caught out, is what I feel. The fact is that the only place in Celebrity Big Brother there isn't a camera is the toilet. There is a microphone, but not a camera. So you would find yourselves going in there and trying to mouth things. You never got away with it. But if, for example, Roxanne and Ryan had been trying to go in for a sneaky gossip about something, and she had accused him when there was no cameras in that area, not only Ryan's career, Ryan's life would be in complete tatters. Because we would have, even those of us who didn't believe her would have had to be perceived to believe her because of the strength of the Me Too movement and how we should absolutely take seriously any accusation of violence against a woman. Yeah. She's saying on that interview there that now she can see it's play fighting. She knew it was play fighting. If she had been, she says she was a victim of domestic violence, and I have no reason to say that she wasn't. And for that, I feel very sorry for anybody. You go up to Ryan and you say, "Ryan, I was physically abused by someone. Don't do that to me, mate, because it really hurt me." But when Ben did it in the garden, it didn't hurt me. She basically set out to ruin Ryan. She was manipulative, vindictive, and I hope that we don't see the likes of her again, because she has done a massive disservice to real victims of domestic violence, and I'm appalled.
Can I just balance that? Because thank goodness it was filmed. Because there was the evidence in black and white that this situation that was escalating hadn't actually happened. I hope this will be a turning point, because actually, yes, a lot of women are the subject of domestic violence and that they are victims and they must absolutely always come forward. But there are also people who have their own reality going on and it isn't what it is painted to be.
And as the mother of
this has now shown people in real-time footage that happens. And I'm sure there's a lot of men out there that have been falsely accused of something who just think, I'm in this dystopian nightmare where it's my word against hers and the system is always believe the woman.
Absolutely, and people always say things like mud sticks, there's no smoke without fire. Well, this has proved that there is smoke without fire. And we've seen it. But the fact that when every single person that has worked with this particular lady and said that there is, you know, as Ryan said, this is not her first barbecue, and believe you me, it's not.
OK,
So,
well,
you know.
obviously she's not here to defend herself against that, Denise, so we'll draw a line under
I understand your point, but I don't care.
OK.